Look, love, I'm not asking you to put a penny on or anything, but it's got to be done.
Fair enough, but why me? When did the kids last do a hand saying, eh?
Never mind the kids. You be in all day and I'm working all the hours God sent.
Well, I've got more letters to write. That takes time.
2 letters.
And I want to get an ad in the freebie paper and all. You know, skilled electrician seeks jobs, that sort of thing.
1 phone call and half an hour to work out the wording.
All right, all right. Where's the Hoover?
Well, it always is, you divvy.
You'll give me an incentive to find work. That's a cert. Your lift's leaving.
Oh, hell. Look at the time. I won't be long after dinner and I'll buy something proper for tonight.
Go on, woman.
Still got the rockery, I see.
Do something about them.
Well, that's it then. It's amazing how much rubbish you collect, isn't it?
I wouldn't have bothered if I were you. Matter of fact, I'd have found something rather nasty and left it on the back seat.
That sounds more like Billy Corkill than me. Have you seen the pile of gubbins in their drive?
Oh, you could miss it. Probably fell off the back of a lorry.
Oh, hope it won't be there for long. You don't want to be staring out of the window at that lot forever.
No self-pity, you promised.
No, it's self-pity. In a funny sort of way, I'm rather looking forward to doing nothing.
And why not? You've worked like a Trojan all these years. Anyway, it'd be nice to have you home.
Yeah. No more office politics, eh? No more backstabbing. No more interminable business lunches. And I'll never have to pretend to like Nigel Bannister again.
Are you sure you don't want me to follow you and drive you home again?
Quite sure. If I'm going to stop being an executive and start being a human being again, I'm going to do it with a bang. I'll catch the bus.
Oh, how exciting. Are you sure you know what they look like? You know, 2 stories, I believe.
You'll laugh the other side of your face when I get a bus pass.
You're not that old.
No, but I'm going to make damn certain I get everything I can. Don't you worry. Oh, well, here goes. Last drive in the limo.
You're going to miss this, aren't you?
Yeah, it's a good car. Oh, so's the maestro. We'll get by.
End of an era, though. It all happened so quickly.
Oh, Annabelle.
Sorry. Paul? You got any change?
What for?
The bus. It may come as a terrible shock, but you have to pay.
She's on the mend.
In one sense, maybe, but she's worse in another. That operation's altered her life.
Don't be depressed.
Why not?
Because it wasn't up to you, Tony. You know the consultant's word is law. You were brave enough even to question Chris.
It's not a question of bravery. She was so set on having more kids. It's just frustrating.
Your time will come.
I can't wait until I'm a consultant. Time to act for hours now. I screwed it up. Carcinoma of the uterus. Bruce Baker called me in to tell me. Naturally.
Well, Mrs. Allison must be all right.
I think so. It wasn't far advanced. Bruce Baker made a point of that, of course, to confirm the brilliance of his diagnosis.
Oh, was he?
It was surprisingly nice. He offered me some fatherly advice.
Did you keep your temper?
I was too shaken to do otherwise. The cancer pulled a rug from under my feet. So much for my gut reaction, eh? Took a calculated risk and sadly for both of us got it wrong.
Both of us?
For me and Mrs. Allerton. She's lost everything.
Hello there. Got your work cut out?
Hey? How are you?
Big load you've got here. Garage, is it?
Something like that.
I don't want to seem nosy, but be very careful about planning permission. Pretty hot on that sort of thing round here.
Well, we didn't have any trouble over them shutters when it came to it.
Shutters? Oh, no, so you didn't. Well, that was my mistake. And the garage, well...
Yes, well, you've got one, haven't you?
Well, that's exactly what I mean. They're the devil's own job. Planning officers, official complaints. It's a nightmare.
Yeah, well, I haven't got anything planned immediately anyway.
Oh, I see. Well, hope you don't mind accepting a bit of friendly advice, then?
No, but, look, I don't know how to put this exactly, but, well, these bricks...
Eh?
Well, I don't even think they're mine. I was going to ask you.
Ask me if they were yours.
No. Look, I know it might sound soft, but I don't even know how they got here. Somebody must have delivered them yesterday when I was in town.
Good God. You mean literally fell off the back of a lorry?
I think someone's made a mistake. I was expecting a lorry to come back and pick them up. You didn't see who brought them, did you?
Oh, afraid not, no.
Oh, well, they're a bloody embarrassment. Joe went hairless.
I'm not surprised.
Look, if you're worried, like, about an eyesore going up...
Oh, no, not at all. No, honestly, I just meant to help. We did have a bit of trouble, you know.
Oh. Look, I may as well tell you this. You'll find out soon enough. Right now, I'm not in a position to build no garages.
Not with you.
Well, I'm skint. I haven't got two halfpennies to rub together.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
You still haven't got it, have you? I'm on the dole. I've been made redundant. The factory mechanised me out of a job.
Oh, see.
Is that funny?
Well, yeah, in a way it is. Look, we'd better shake on it. Snap.
I wonder if he'll do any more about it.
He was furious when you tackled him yesterday.
Yes, you think how good he must feel now.
Who would you tell?
Anyone he wants to, I guess. This could blow up in my face. I couldn't stand by him. There's too much going on here that I don't like.
You mean with Cribs Baker on the ward?
Yes, don't forget, I assist him on lots of cases. Yesterday, well, Mrs. Allerton was the last straw.
I was pulled from under you, eh?
Well, that may not be true. Since I spoke to Cribs Baker, I've checked with pathology and I could still be right.
She had cancer.
An early cancer, a very early cancer. With a lower uterus. Look, I can't explain now.
Tony, I'd like to hear.
Look, Sandra, why don't we discuss it over a meal?
You just had lunch?
Well, tonight, I mean. Look, it may seem a bit abrupt, but I haven't got this business out of my system yet, and we can't really talk here, can we?
Was there more to say?
Well, of course. I'm not giving up just because Mac the Knife won the first round. Sandra, you are my ally.
Yeah, right. How about tonight? I'm finished at 6.
Oh, fine. Where?
Oh, come round to mine. Cook us a meal. You bring a bottle.
Last time I was round at your house, I hardly got a welcome, did I? Your boyfriend.
He's not always like that. You just hit a low nerve.
Well, what if I had another one tonight?
Oh, you won't. Oh, they're out in a job. They won't be back till late.
Done.
Dr. Hurrell,
Yes?
to seal our alliance, right?
Oh, of course, sister. To seal our alliance.
I suppose the real difference is that I've been here before. And the night talking it over with Annabelle helped. I was really down yesterday, believe me.
Been where before? You mean made redundant?
Well, yes. That's the reason we first came here, to Brookside.
It's funny. I never really think about people like you getting a chop.
Happens all the time. It's the process workers in my plant who have survived.
The ordinary lads.
Yeah. 100% re-employment. It's the power of the unions for you.
Well, the unions have never done nothing for me.
Maybe you're in the wrong union. Maybe I wasn't.
Didn't know you were in a union.
I wasn't. No, we management people rely on honour. Fat lot of good it's done me, twice.
Look, on the bright side, you'll probably pick up a directorship or something like that, won't you?
You're joking. No, it's the end of the line for me. I've had the rat race, hung up my running shoes.
You don't seem too worried about the money side, if you don't mind me saying so.
Oh, no. You see, when I lost my first job, the job I really wanted, we cut our cloth accordingly. Sold the big house on the Wirral for a good price and moved over here.
And you can afford to live like on what you've got?
More or less. I got some investments. There's always the dole, of course, and Annabelle's got a catering. We won't be destitute.
Sound that. Still, I suppose you work for it.
I've been lucky. Luckier than most. I wasn't even too worried when they took my car away.
The Cavalier. They robbed that off you?
Well, it was theirs. Oh, Annabelle's is big enough to take my golf bag.
Bloody hell. And you walk back?
Bus. With all my possessions. Not much to show for clearing out an executive desk, is it? Threw most of it in the bin. Load of rubbish.
I'll say this for you, for all your game. Bloody hell, I wish I could afford your attitude.
There are jobs in your line, aren't there? I mean, our plant was always in need of electricians.
Oh, yeah. I've got more chances of sparks than most, but...
Oi, Billy! Have you worked out what you're doing with them bricks yet?
Knock off. Jesus Christ.
All right, kid. How's this your architect?
Oh, no. I could have guessed it, couldn't I, you crooked little get?
Jimmy Corkill. Pleased to meet you. My big brother's too big
Off
ignorant.
the back of a bloody lorry.
A load of stolen gear. The heat was on and I had to get rid. What do you want, blood?
Great, so I got lumbered. And the heat's on, is it? Fantastic.
You got lumbered because you're me brother. Who else could it turn to? Anyway, it's all right now. That was yesterday.
Oh, well, thanks for the call, mate. You made me look a right div, you have.
I couldn't call you yesterday. I was scarce. Look, I tried to phone you this morning, but there was no one in. I figured you'd be at work.
Well, I was in.
What?
Never mind. But you know different now, don't you? All I need's a pile of knock-off on me doorstep.
Oh, look, kid, come on, buck up, will you? And you'll find something. Hey, listen, look, that stuff out there, it'll make a lovely little garage for you.
It's bricks, Jimmy. What about sand and cement? What about a roof? I'm skint, lads.
That's no problem. Look, seeing as you're in a corner, I'll provide the gear.
I'm in a corner.
Oh, for God's sake, you old woman. All right, look, seeing as you got me out of a corner, will that do? Or do you want it in writing?
That's all right as far as it goes, like, but what about Doreen?
Well, what about her?
Well, she'll know it's knock-off the second she sets eyes on you.
Oh, I'm on my way.
Don't tell me, your timing's always appalling. Coach!
Billy!
Hello, honey. And a good morning. Well, the deed's done, and it was completely painless. Old Jack on the gate apologised when I handed the keys back to him. And I laughed. You never guess about Billy Corkill. I had a chat with him. He's been made redundant, too. Remarkable. I was far franker with him than I intended to be. Quite a nice chap underneath it all. You all right?
This came by the second post. From Lucy. You're not going to like it.
So I just thought I could do you a good turn, that's all.
Good turn. If Billy gets nicked for this, for anything, he goes to prison. 3 months. No questions asked, no excuses taken.
Calm down, Doe.
Jimmy doesn't care, does he? Jimmy never cares. He just goes through life using people. Well, I won't have you risking me and the kids to save his rotten neck this time.
Look, Doe, I know things are a bit of a mess right now. You know, with the redundancy and all that business. But I swear there'll be no comeback.
It's stolen goods, isn't it? How can you swear?
It's just the scrag end of a load, that's all. Hey, and listen, there's a foolproof way of never getting caught for it. It's an 100%er. Look, build it quick. The quicker, the better. Hey, listen, I'll provide the materials, right? Hey, and the labour if need be. Then, even if the busies did come round, Bob's your uncle.
What?
Look, just imagine it, right? They open up the doors, they shift the car out, they search inside for the knockoff, and all the time
It's all around them.
Yes.
It's above their heads. Doreen, it's the garage.
That's it. Hey, and the busies can't tell one brick from another.
Yes.
You like kids, you stupid.
Oh, don't, I can give you receipts for everything.
I suppose it was only to be expected. A man like Barry Grant
Would hardly go abroad with an attractive young woman and not expect to sleep with her. Bobby Grant clearly thought so too.
We don't know that. The card just says that they have a small apartment. They could just be sharing.
Can you imagine anything worse? Anyone worse? After James Fleming, I thought there was only one way it could go.
Barry Grant may not be as bad as he's painted. I mean, we don't exactly know a lot about him.
I wonder what they're doing for money. Grant's a criminal, isn't he?
We don't know that. Besides, the other Grants are really quite nice.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi. Mr. Brick's still there, is he?
Oh, don't laugh. You could be looking at your first freelance commission.
How do you mean?
I gave Doreen a lift this morning and she said she'd kill Billy if they hadn't gone by tea time.
Sounds painful.
So I thought we could make them an offer on humanitarian grounds.
Oh, what I need with a pile of bricks.
Well, you once said you wanted to build anything, even a public convenience, just as long as it was totally your own creation.
Yes, they might come in useful for something, you never know. Hang on, we'll go and have a look.
Yeah, not now you won't. Later.
Even if Cribs Baker does do more hysterectomies than the other surgeons, she did have cancer, he was right.
Yes, but did she have to have her uterus removed, or would a different form of treatment have done the job?
Culture cure, the old argument, eh?
Well, some surgeons will move heaven and earth to avoid operating in a case like this.
What would you have done?
Well, Mrs. Elton's cancer was very early. It wasn't detected last week, for instance.
So?
So laser treatment could have left her able to have children, or cone biopsy. I'd have made my mind up when I'd done a proper exploration.
Which is exactly what Cribs Baker would have said he'd done. Well, listen to it.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Starving. I take it you're not convinced. Does this mean the alliance is over?
No. I'm asking you because I care about you. I just don't want to see you risk your neck without something concrete to go on.
You're right.
But if you can prove it to me that you are right, and he's doing unnecessary operations and pocketing the cash, well, I back you all the way.
Thank you. From now on, I'll be watching him like a hawk. No, really. It's great to have you on my side.
I think I'll go and get the food.
Here.
Thanks.
I bet you don't know about Paul Collins. He's been made redundant.
He never has. When?
He finished today. We had a talk about it. You know, he's not such a bad fellow underneath it all. He's not stuck up at all.
Poor Annabelle. She'll never lift her head.
At least he won't go and spend his dole money with a credit card.
I showed you that newspaper cutting. It's the cheapest form of credit.
If you pay it back in time.
I will.
Well, I don't like it. I think it's ridiculous. I think he should sling it.
I'll sling my credit card if you get your Jimmy to take that stuff away. It's you that's being ridiculous. You could go to prison.
What's the difference? I'm out of work. At least they'll feed and clothe me.
Don't be soft. If you got... Billy?
Jesus, someone's messing around with the bricks.
My fault.
Let's just get them back up.
Yeah, they're brand new. Easily enough to build a small garage.
Oh, hello, you know Nick, don't you? He's sort of, In the trade?
Yes, I'm an architect. Are these going spare by any chance?
Well, we better get going. Got a boat to catch.
Yeah, I've got to go and see to that to my mum and all that. See you then, Mr. Collins, Mrs. Collins.
Well, good luck. Drive carefully and take care of my daughter for the next few days, will you?
Well, do you want the job, don't you?
What?
Do you want the job?
Well, I give my right arm for it, Brian, and you know it.
Oh, that would put you on business.
Pub guide. Jacket. Come on, we're going out.
Out? Where?
We're going to find that nice little pub in Cheshire. The one with the restaurant by the canal. Come on.
Can we afford it?
Of course we can. We're going to enjoy ourselves. And Paul?
A present? Oh, just what you've always wanted, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, the less said about that, the better. Anyway, I thought we'd build a garage with them. Seems the best sort of thing.
Why not? I'll design it for you, if you like.
Designers? They don't need designing, do they?
I can't just fling it up, can I?
Oh, don't worry, Doreen. I don't think Nick's planning a massive bill, are you?
Oh, good luck, no. Won't cost you a penny. A little present to go with the bricks.
Planning permission as well, though. Paul Collins had a lot of trouble, so he told me.
All the more reason to let me handle it. I know the drill with that kind. Well, what do you say?
Let's put you on the spot, girl. Well, it's up to you now.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, come on, Doreen. Nick'll enjoy doing it.
All right.
Thanks a lot, mate. Well appreciated.
But if we're only allies, and Pat is just a friend, why all of a sudden, pressure?
It's not pressure, Tony. As you said yourself, it's the vibe.
The vibe. You think if Pat comes back, the atmosphere will freeze over?
You better go.
Seems an awful pity. It's been a smashing evening. There will be others.
What do you mean?
Well, my treat, of course. Now, you can hardly refuse to accept a meal in return, now, can you? Now, come on. Remember Mac the knife. We'll have to be working quite closely on that now, won't we?
I'll be back soon.
Thanks for a terrific evening. I'll get my coat.